Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Kara Shirley. I'm your digital news desk host here with you on this Wednesday, January the 22nd. Almost done with the month of January. Seems to have gone by really fast for me. And we are almost kind of done with the cold weather. We're going to be having a increase in our daytime temperatures over the next few days, actually going to get up into the 60s this weekend. But we're going to take a look at that forecast for you in just a little bit, a more detailed look at it. Will happen for you at 2:30 today with our First Alert weather team. How are you doing out there, though? How have you survived the cold? Did you fare well last night? Not get too cold. Keep plenty of heat going in your home. Making sure you're taking care of, the people, plants, pets, and pipes. That's it. Yeah, people, plants, pets, and pipes. That's the 4 Ps that you have to watch out for when we have severe cold weather like what we have been experiencing. Still going to have some cold nights, but we are going to be trending a little bit warmer, thankfully, over the next few days. Before we jump into the news today, I do want to say thank you if you're watching on our social stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, anything like that. Leave a comment in the comment section letting me know where you're watching from. And if you have any questions or thoughts or opinions or anything like that, any of the stories that we bring to you today, feel free to put those in there as well. I enjoy getting to talk with you during what I have called our interactive newscast here at WLBT. So let's go ahead and take a look outside right now. We're going to look over Tylertown. Tylertown yesterday is the place that had a lot of snow when we were showing our sky cams. Is our Market Max camera over in Tylertown, and it is a much different picture right now than it was yesterday. Still have that snow on the grassy areas, but the roadways are looking a lot more clear and a lot busier. Saw one lone truck on the road yesterday creeping down the road, going very carefully. So if you are out there in this cold weather, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to do that. I cannot stand the cold weather. So thankfully, I don't have to work out in it. But if you are one of the brave people that does have to work out in the elements, thank you for doing that. And I'm sorry that it's so cold. I wish I could change it, but I can't. Sheila Scott saying good morning. Hello, Sheila. Well, it's morning. It's afternoon, really, but good Wednesday to you, Sheila. Thanks for watching. So let's go ahead and look at some of the news stories that we have that are coming into our area. Mike, I see your comment there. You can look into who I need to speak with about telling my story. Do me a favor, Mike, and send me an email, kara.shirley@wlbt.com. Again, Kara, Kara.Shirley@wlbt.com, and let me know what your problem is, what the issue is, what you've been having happen to you, and I will reach back out to you and get in touch with you and see if it's something that we can cover for you. But yeah, please send that out to me. Thank you so much for putting that in the comment section. Now, real quick, we'll look at a story that's happening nationally. It's actually happening up in Tennessee right now, where there was 3 students shot at a high school up in Tennessee. It was right outside of Nashville, and then Metro Nashville Police Department has confirmed that 2 students were shot by another student, and officials say then the suspect shot himself. The shooting took place in the school's cafeteria this morning shortly after 10 o'clock, and the school is currently on lockdown. It is an active scene, so as soon as we get more information on this, we will definitely pass it along to you, but our thoughts and prayers are with the family and the students and the faculty and everybody there at the school that is having to deal with this. Again, this happened in Nashville at a school. Let's see, what's the name of the school? I don't see it. It's not jumping out at me quickly. So, but that is in Nashville. A school shooting did happen where 3 people were shot, 3 students were shot, and the suspect did end up shooting themselves. They are no longer a threat, is what the police put out, the report they put out for this. So let's get looking here now, coming back to Jackson, looking at some stories that have come out today. Something that we found out about. Anthony Warren posted a story on our website about this earlier, where the attorneys for the city councilman and the this Jackson mayor and the Hinds County DA Jody Owens. Well, the attorneys are asking for more time in this in their defense planning of it. They want to says here that once they were started reviewing the materials to organize the documents and other evidence provided by the government, the attorney said that he was unaware of the vast number of people and entities that were referenced in the material. So he's asking for more time to prepare for the defense, to go through everything, saying that basically what he received from the government as far as the evidence and all of that, the discovery that they received is just far too much for them to have a quick court date. So a trial date has not been set officially, and looks like the request for additional time has not yet been approved. So we're going to continue to follow this and let you know what happens. We just know that they are now requesting to have more time to prepare the defense for the city councilman Aaron Banks, Jackson Mayor Chokwe Antar Lumumba, and then Hinds County DA Jody Owens. And of course, this is in reference to the Jackson Bribery Scheme that happened that, let's see, they were actually indicted in October of last year. The trial was set to start on the 6th of January, but of course it got pushed back, and now they're requesting additional time outside of that initial pushback that happened. So like I said, we're going to continue to follow this for you, and we will bring you more information as it comes in to us here. Let's talk about the cold weather last night and a lot of the shelters here in Jackson. Several of the shelters here were at maximum capacity this morning. Thankfully, they were able to offer a warm place for those in need as those frigid temperatures continue to cross the metro even into the morning time and going through the day. We're going to warm up more than we were yesterday, but it's not going to be a crazy big warm up. So organizations that like Shower Power here in Jackson, Stew Pot, Gateway, Mission Rescue are still accepting donations. Yeah. What's up? Okay. Gotcha. Thank you so much. I will do that. It's real time here. So yeah, if you guys can't hear me, always put it in the comment section. I need to be corrected sometimes. Thank you to Keith for coming in and letting me know so I can turn the volume up for you guys. All right. So the organizations that I was telling you about, Shower Power, Stew Pot, Gateway, Mission Rescue, they are still accepting donations. They've been running daily for the past week to try to help keep people warm and fed. So Shower Power is just one of the organizations that has made it possible at the Johnny Champion Community Center. They brought in around 150 people, which was well over capacity. And they're offering things from warm clothes to warm meals. And that's for everyone that comes in. And for one family volunteering, they did it in honor of their daughter who had passed away, who she also helped those that were unhoused from time to time.
Well, Gabby Buford is our daughter, and Gabby passed away a little over a year ago, and today is her birthday. She loved to serve. She loved Shower Power. She had a heart for the needy, and so we thought the best way to honor her today was to come here and serve and celebrate her birthday in service.
No one should die as a result of the elements. And I think all of us, that is our mindset. So there's no competition right now. Having community partners to pick up the phone and say, I have a female or a male that meets certain criteria that we can't accommodate, it goes a long way. So we're closing gaps. That is the beauty of working collectively. We can close more gaps when we do it together.
So the Stew Pot Opportunity Center, they were going to be remaining open tonight through Saturday. Organizers with Stew Pot, Shower Power, and others, like I said, are still seeking donations. So if you would like to make donations to help them out, that would be great. And of course, you can find more information on how to donate by going to our website, wlbt.com, and reading the story there. Then in Jackson yesterday, there was a main water break that happened on North Street, and there were some amazing crews out there working to get it repaired. So the break happened on North Street near the two Mississippi museums. The crew with Wicker Construction removed a portion of the road in order to get to the break and then rerouted the water down the street to a nearby storm drain. Spokesperson with Jackson Water said the break was not a result of the freezing temperatures, but it was one of several breaks that did have to be fixed. Crews did work to ensure any service interruptions for neighborhoods were as short as possible. Could you imagine having to work out in the water in those temperatures, especially what we experienced yesterday? That was a lot. Sandra Cagle says, good afternoon, watching from home, off day. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great today, Sandra. Thank you so much for asking. And thanks for tuning in on your off day. You normally watch from St. Dominic's, but you're off. I appreciate you tuning in. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to me for everybody that watches. Yeah. So we're going to give you an update on a shooting that happened at an apartment complex over the weekend. And sadly, the man who was injured in that shooting, who was shot, he did end up losing his life. So his name is Travarius Youngblood. He was 23 years old. He was shot Saturday afternoon at the Morningside Terrace Apartments in Bellhaven. So far, no arrests have been made in this case. But we will bring you the updates as they come into us. And moving up to Madison County, we have an update for the road projects, the numerous amount of road projects that are happening in Madison County, specifically those west of I-55. So the road improvements include Calhoun Station Parkway, Stribling Road, Bozeman Road, and Catlett Road. So during the Board of Supervisor meeting, engineers from 4 different companies presented updates on when construction can likely begin on these roads. So the Calhoun Station Parkway and to Stribling Road projects are moving forward into designing the future road and contacting utilities so that your power won't be impacted when these roads expand from 2 lanes up to 4 lanes.
On the utility end, we spoke to a representative of every utility company listed on the 811 request. And based on a worst case scenario, which is complete relocation, we received various timeframes of relocation ranging from 6 to 18 months. There was one particular utility that was further out than the others, but that was the best they could give until we give more detailed information as the design of the road progresses.
So what this means for you is that you're likely going to see more traffic engineers, energy companies, and others out there on the side of the roads. Make sure you're driving safely. Pay attention to that. They're going to be there to help determine the best way to add those lanes. So Bozeman Road is the furthest along, and residents will likely begin to see dead trees and other debris cleared from any right-of-way. So that is some road work that is going to be happening in Madison. Give you the update on that. And we've been following a story out of Madison County as well since last year about millions of dollars that the Board of Supervisors had paid out to a fraudulent vendor, and they were working to recoup some of that money, or to recoup actually hopefully all of the money. So the county administrators told the board that in the last couple of weeks, the county has received an additional $500,000. That brings the total recovery to $2.1 million. Officials say that's largely due to law enforcement. So about a year ago, the county was scammed out of a $2.7 million when fraudsters posed a Florence-based firm working on the Reunion Parkway project, and they asked for outstanding invoices to be paid. But thankfully, that money is being recovered. Looking here on the chat, Mary Walker says greetings, watching from Jackson. Hello, Miss Mary. Andrew's tuning in from Memphis. Did you get any snow up there in Memphis, or was it too far south for you? Seashells says hello, Kara. Hi, how are you? Thank you for watching. And Louise here is tuning in from Louisville. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Well, let's come back here to Jackson. I'm going to tell you about a situation that happened January 19th at a nightclub. It was a shooting that happened there at this nightclub. It's called the Club Dynamic Lounge. And let me just show you this. So this is a picture of the nightclub here on your screen. So the city of Jackson is seeking a temporary restraining order against the club. This is in response to a shooting that occurred on January the 19th. The city filed the order to close the nightclub while pursuing a permanent shutdown, citing ongoing illegal operations after its privilege license was revoked. So the motion states that immediate and irreparable injury will result if the club continues to operate. Shootings have occurred regularly there, raising concerns for public safety. Just days before Jackson filed for an injunction, citing around 30 complaints against this nightclub, including a January 4th shooting that left one person dead. So we had the shooting that occurred on January the 19th, and then there was one that also occurred on January the 4th that resulted in a death. So in the incident that happened on the 19th, a man was shot. He was sitting in his car out in the parking lot outside the club. Witnesses reported 3 angry-looking individuals exiting the club. One of them retrieved a gun from a vehicle and fired toward the building. The victim had his thumb injured, index finger, and his head, he was hit by what they said was shrapnel, but he was hospitalized and later did have to undergo surgery for this. So the city highlighted the urgent need for action due to all of these crimes that are happening there, the gunfire and disorderly conduct, and they're requesting a hearing to determine the order's validity. So meanwhile, in the meantime, the club has adjusted its operating hours from noon until 7 from Tuesday to Saturday, and will only offer takeout services there. So that's how they're working to mitigate this, and we'll continue to follow the story, see if the restraining order gets approved for the city of Jackson, and if this facility is one that ends up having to be shut down. We'll keep you updated on that. We're going to take listen to a quick word from our sponsors here in just a moment. Then we're going to look at our weather forecast, a brief look at our weather forecast. And then we're going to bring you the next series in our year-long weekly investigation that we're doing called Fight the Blight, trying to help fight the blighted properties here in the city of Jackson. So let's hear from our sponsor real quick before we get into that.
At Jackson Water, we are in the game and locked in on our goals. Every day, our dedicated teams are hard at work, ensuring that clean, reliable water flows to every home and business in Jackson. We are not just fixing pipes. We're investing in a brighter, more resilient future for our city. Jackson Water. Water for all the time.
And again, thanks Jackson Water for sponsoring WLBT Plus. Helps us to bring you this show every weekday at 1 o'clock. And then, of course, the additional content that we are curating for you guys to bring to you very, very, very soon. So let's look at the forecast. Let's look at our temperatures right now, see what we're sitting at outside and kind of compare it to yesterday. In the mid 30s everywhere. So we were in the upper 20s yesterday around this time. So still cold out there, still very cold, but we are just slightly literally slightly warmer than we were yesterday at this time. Some places are barely getting out of the freezing temperatures there. So we don't have any rain in the area. We're not really expecting any rain, at least not until this weekend, especially if we look over our next 12 hours. You'll see we have clear skies are going to drop back down into the 20s. So that means you need to make sure that you are protecting your pipes. Maybe leave the faucet trickling just a little bit to help keep that water flow so that you won't have any frozen pipes while we are moving out of the colder weather and the severe weather or the weather alert days that we have here at WLBT. We are moving away from those. We still have really cold temperatures in place through this weekend. So you want to make sure that you are taking the proper steps to protect your pipes, pets, plants, and people. And if we look at the next 7 days, speaking of this weekend, you can see as we get up into the mid 50s, upper 50s over the weekend, hitting 60 by Monday. Also, we have some rain chances that are going to be in our area on Sunday, 40% chance of rain. But the highs are looking a lot more pleasant than what they have been. So to me, I think highs in the 40s, upper 40s, 50s is a lot more pleasant than the low 30s and upper 20s. So I don't like the cold weather at all. But that's what we are looking at right now. And of course, at 2:30 today, First Alert Weather Team will be here to give you that full in-depth look at your forecast. So make sure you are here to tune in and hear from them. Now let's talk about some of the blighted blighted properties here in the city of Jackson. Here's just one view on this.
Now, Fight the Blight, a year-long investigation from WLBT. 3 on your side.
So again, this is a year-long investigation that we are doing, weekly stories to try to fight the blight here in the city of Jackson, to not only bring back the aesthetic appeal, but everything else that goes along with having blighted buildings and areas in a town. I mean, it diminishes so much income coming in. People are not going to want to come into areas like that. They're not going to want to come and bring in industry and bring in jobs, because then people are not going to want to live in that area. It is a very large trickle down effect, and we're hoping that this series can help bring the light to these properties and hopefully make some positive improvements that happen here in the city of Jackson. So State Representative Ronnie Crudup Jr. and others, they are working with Jackson area residents to rid the city of these eyesores, decay, and waste. And he is actually introducing a bill to fight the blight. They include funding for demolition and forcing property owners and others, property owners and insurance companies to pay for the cleanup. So 2 of these bills would change state law to prohibit owners from getting insurance payments on damage claims until the properties are cleaned up. House Bill 70 would keep insurers of dilapidated properties from paying owners more than a quarter of claims for damage until the cleanup is complete. House Bill 71 would keep insurers from paying more than 90% of claims until that the work is complete. And then if the owner fails to clean up a site, the remaining 10% of that money, of that insurance claim, could go to the city or county to cover the cleanup process.
The issues there we're seeing are affecting the entire city now, not just certain demographics and parts of the city. We need about, I would say, somewhere between $10 and $15 million altogether to deal with all the blight across the city. That's from the commercial properties, but also from the residential properties too.
So other measures include House Bill 68 and 72, each of which would allocate $2 million to help purchase, demolish, or clean up blighted properties through next year. So we're definitely going to be watching these and bringing you updates on all of these bills and what happens if they pass, if they don't pass, what's going on there at the Capitol. However, if you are someone that has lives in an area that has abandoned property or have been personally affected by these blighted areas within Jackson, and you would like to tell your story to us so that we can tell your story, you can go to our website and fill out a form to submit your information to us. And I'm going to show you how to do that right here. So here is our website, wlbt.com. And across the top of the page, you can see where it says Fight the Blight there. If you click on that and scroll down, there is a form where you can fill out your information. You can submit it to us, and then we can get back in contact with you. Hopefully, like I said, let's work to fight the blight here in the city of Jackson, and put the shine back on what should be the crown of Mississippi, our capital city. Well, guys, that is going to be it for WLBT Plus today. Again, 2:30, the First Alert Weather Team will be in here to give you a look at the forecast. I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking with me, tuning in, and I hope I see you again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Everybody stay warm, and I will see you then.